Okay, so I just posted a video. It's not doing super well. You know why? Because my thumbnail isn't awesome. So you have to have good thumbnails, and I'm going to make one live right here on camera to show you how to go from, this. See this thumbnail? This is not particularly good or exciting. So let's go from this to something that screams, I put effort into this. Okay, so I already took this picture the other day. It's kind of a cool picture. It's not particularly attractive in terms of like my facial expression. I got a couple other options to choose from here. This is probably the one that's got the most oomph to it, which isn't saying much because it's not that great, but it's better than this one. So let's just use this. So I'm going to say file. Whoops. I'm going to say file, new, file, new. Make sure you have a custom 300. We'll just call this thumbnail. Make sure we right click new layer from background for that first layer. I'm going to go and I'm going to grab this image, drop it in here. As you can see, this is an original JPEG. It's very large, which is awesome. We do want that. So now what we can do is pretty quickly just use this tool to select, hit W for this, just get all that out of the way. We still have these little green edges, which I'm pretty lazy right now, so I don't think I'm going to worry about it too much. If I decide to fix it later, I will, but I haven't decided that yet. But I'm doing, a little polish right now because in spite of myself, I just can't help it. Okay, so let's go and let's take an image of this, the viral Rolodex, which is the thing that we're talking about here. So I'm going to open my snipping tool. Windows has a little snipping tool. Windows key snipping tool. Make that selection. Oops, I got a little bit of a tail there. Make the selection. Control C to copy that, and then just paste it. And just like that, we've already created a thumbnail that's like pretty interesting. More interesting than the original I showed you. So now if I go to my library and I add a vignette, I know you can't see that, but now here it is. I can start to spice things up a lot. First thing I'm going to do before I go any further is just to make sure that like this image of me is like really nice looking. So we'll just kind of get that dialed in. And then I'm noticing because the lighting was bad when I made this, one side of my face is much brighter than the other side of my face. But we can fix that pretty easily by using the burn tool or the dodge tool. So we'll just dodge the crap out of this. I look really white. That's not good. We'll just kind of dodge the edge here. Maybe just not quite that much, so we'll bring the exposure down. Nice, that's not bad. And now what we'll do is we'll go to blending options. On the layer, right click blending options, make a stroke on it. Everyone look here, this is so interesting. It's different than the things you usually see. But it's also the same as things you usually see on YouTube that are high value. So that's how you know you should click, right? Right? Okay. So there we go. Now I've removed that little edge there. And everyone seems to like text in these thumbnails. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make some text. Make this nice and big. And, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give us like a crazy font or some kind of really cool font. I have a lot of fonts. You're going to learn as you go that fonts can do a lot of heavy lifting. So I want something, definitely sans serif. I want something really bold and exciting. Franklin Gothic heavy. There we go. I mean, that's... Can you get any crazier than that? Maybe, but we're not going to. So I'm going to add some blending options to this. We'll do like a nice stroke. And a drop shadow. Dialing this in. We'll make the stroke white. And remember, like you can almost never spend too long on your thumbnails. This is terrible though, and I hate it. So what we're gonna try something else. One thing I do want to change is like this vignette needs to be rasterized so that I can start modifying it, because there we go. That's a little bit better. And then we'll just make like a some kind of stroke around this on another layer. Put that behind there, and I'm just working it, Okay, I've run out of fucks to give. Great thumbnail. You know, anybody watch this video, who knows? So now I start asking some questions on the meta level. Like, do we need any of this shit? Or can we just take this, like, can we just take this? I think we'll just do this. I started adding the other stuff, but like I don't think I need it. We'll bump up the contrast there, and then we'll go ahead and turn up the saturation on this. And then we'll make sure that, like, there we go. Oh, that's way better. That's so much better right there. Okay. Holy shit. And then just because, you know, YouTube is... I don't want people thinking about my neck and all the, like, the weird acne on it. So we'll just go ahead and kind of spot heal this. That's actually not spot healing, but... That's close enough. Boom, all right, so that's how you make a sweet thumbnail. And you'll notice there's that part where I started asking big questions. Like, do I really need to put this text on the screen? You know, I did that because I heard other people were doing it, but at some point I pivoted and I said, you know what, I don't need to do this because other people are doing it. I need to do whatever I'm doing because I think it's awesome and I think it matches my brand and I think it kind of interrupts what other people are going to be looking at anyway. Which is kind of what you want to do. You want to interrupt what people are going to be thinking about and looking at. And this is a good start. It's not perfect, but it's a good start.